When it comes to a great vlog series for people of all ages, you can count on Brian Mullins the Fox. Storytelling never looks so good, with vices that look even better. Brian Mullins the Fox means vlog entertainment. Hello everybody, I am Brian Mullins the Fox. Prepare yourselves to start this series off with a fantastic long retelling of the countless childhood memories I and a close sibling of mine had during 10 years, more specifically between 2003 and 2013, of childhood summer vacations. Throughout the better part of a decade, we went to these three houses in Ohio. Number 1, 1348 Pierce Avenue from 2009-ish to 2011. Number 2, 3496 Cadell Road from 2012 to 2013. And number 3, 3552 Wymore Place from 2012 to 2013. Again, let's start at around 2009 for the sake of brevity, because I can't really remember much at all about what happened before such times, except for the time I broke off the control knob of an old grill and my dad screamed at me, or the time back in like 2004-ish, I was somehow misbehaving in an old Lincoln car. We stopped the car, I was taken out of it, and left to be spanked right in front of it. Here are a few main memories I had of 2009's summer vacation. Number 1, the basement of the house, in which we casually watched old VHSs like Speed Racer, The Lion King, and others, and played games like Gran Turismo 4, a Madden NFL game for the PS2, or a karaoke game that my sister got for herself and me back then. Number 3, when my dad and Linda picked us up, it was usually at a certain TA gas station somewhere in Virginia. Number 4, we usually went to the thrift store a couple or so times, usually to get some more VHS tapes and other stuff to take with us home after vacation is over. Number 5, on the 4th of July, we usually went to one of our uncle's house to have fun, eat, and watch fireworks on TV or hear them outside. Number 6, we came back with glow-in-the-dark sticks with vivid neon colors. Number 7, I cried when Michael Jackson died. And finally, number 8, I no longer fear the Yeehaw cowboy from 2004. I used to be deathly afraid of cowboys for being harassed with a tiny cowboy plush that sings and screams Yeehaw. Or maybe was it 2005? I don't know, I could be wrong. Let's get to the 2010 summer vacation, shall we? Number 1, at the time, pink was my favorite color, my absolute favorite color. So anytime we went to the old Dollar Tree store and got stuff like plastic bottles and other miscellaneous things, I always choose the ones that are pink. Number 2, I remember keeping a little baby doll with pink clothing, and I can't remember what I called the baby, but I once dreamt of having future kids, 2 of them, called Fucker and Asshole or something between the two. Nothing much else is remembered about the 4th of July other than what was described for 2009. Number 4, I remembered going to COSI to have some fun with science and other subjects. So did my close sibling. Number 5, me and my closest sibling used to eat microwave foods like mac and cheese and spaghetti and meatballs. And number 6, we occasionally went to go to the movie theater and watch a kids film. And then we left the summer vacation as usual. And now for 2011. Number 1, the summer vacation was about a whole decade ago. I feel so old now, even though I'm 22. Number 2, this was the last childhood summer vacation where we went to 1348 Pierce Avenue, a home that was built in 1959. Back then, I thought the house was built in 1966 or something, but back then I was wrong. I also remember constantly watching The Emperor's New Groove. Number 3, one time, Linda's husband named Bill got so drunk at such an old age he fell over and had to be picked up and walked to his bedroom to sleep. Later that year, Bill died. so my dad and Linda had to sell off the house in 2011 to move into their separate homes the next year. Number 4, I think we went to see a Transformer movie and I kept getting scared at cue marks. The occasional dots that just showed up at the top right corner of the big screen every 20 or so minutes. Number 5, I remembered as a kid a few years back going to my aunt's house and seeing a little eggplant laughing at me. So I pushed it off the ledge when the tall window was open. And I don't think it was the octagon window, that's for sure, but I could be wrong. Number 6, we then left the vacation home like once before. Now let's get to 2012. Number 1, we were introduced to 2 homes. 3496 Cadell Road and 3552 Wymore Place in Columbus, Ohio. Number 2, I was actually able to watch Netflix. More specifically, watch stuff like Jackass, Jackass 2, and Super Size Me. VHS-wise, I got to watch Charlotte's Web and The Simpsons and others, and still got to play the same games like Gran Turismo 4. Number 3, I once got injured in the wrist by my close sibling's clever karate move and had to drink tonic water for steady recovery. Number 4, I got to play some other games like Grid and listen to songs that were considered quote-unquote chopped and screwed. Number 5, I finally found out for the first time the origins of the dramatic chipmunk. Number 6, we went to see Ted. Right after that, a severe thunderstorm came tumbling down on us with heavy rain, gusty winds, and a long-term power outage. Number 7, I felt shivers down my spine while taking cold showers during that power outage. It was not pleasant. And also, every night when the power was on, when I take nice and warm showers, I hear this big-ass thud, like this. Probably because a bird hit the window or some shit like that. Number 8, once power came back on, things slowly improved while I watched Smotimations on Netflix. And number 9, we left the blue house with red shutters back then to go back to South Carolina after a 9 to 13 hour trip like usual. And finally, last but not least, the 2013 summer vacation. Number 1, we always slept in the basement on a nice and sturdy bed. Number 2, when I was 14, I had a Nabi instead of an iPad due to past family trust issues. Number 3, I remember watching movies like The 9 Lives of Fritz the Cat, Jackass 2, and all the others I've seen before. Number 4, this was the last year when childhood vacations were a thing. Number 5, relations with my dad and Linda sorta soured. She misbehaved at a buffet and was kind of high when she was like laughing. And my dad was constantly telling her to stop doing that. Number 6, relations with my dad and Linda slowly recovered to normalcy. And number 7, we left the summer vacation as this one was our last. And that's when I found out that we, as children back then, me and my close sibling, were having these usual summer vacations for the past 10 years, between 2003 and 2013. Thank you for coming with me on this beloved journey to a trip down memory lane. Thank you for watching episode 2 of the Adventurous Mischiefs in a Post-Detective World. I am your host, Brian Mullins the Fox, signing out. Before I leave though, stay tuned for next episode, because I already have it prepared while recording this. It's me ranting about a few things within the realm of politics. So long.
Let's know I'm there now. Nick, we says the love of me for serious golly, we're roasting my